Oh hey, didn't even notice you there, what with all the voices going on in my head and all. Hey guys, today I wanted to talk a little bit about meditation because I do get a lot of questions from friends and clients saying that they have so much trouble meditating because they just can't shut their thoughts off. And to be honest, our minds, that's their job, is to think. And it can be hard. So first of all, just remember, meditation is a practice. I don't know anyone who sat down for their first time ever to meditate and was able to just completely be without any interruptions. But there are some tools that we can use for when you're having a particularly squirrel-brained kind of day. So I thought I'd give you some tools to aid in your meditation and to make it a little less frustrating for when your mind just won't stop wandering. The first one is a breath-focused meditation. These are probably the ones that you might be most familiar with or hear about more often. You are already breathing anyways. There's nothing you have to take with you or do extra. But there are lots of ways that you can sort of play with the ratios of your breath or your attention to your breath that really helps to focus in. Even if it's just simply focusing on your breathing, it can be such a great tool to bring your mind back. The second one is a visualization meditation. This is more like a guided visualization. I particularly love visualization meditations because they can transport you to a whole nother dimension. You can find them all over YouTube, meditation classes. I even found some on Audible and Spotify, so just look around. They're everywhere. The third one is an external visual. So this is something to focus on outside of yourself. One of the most common ones and probably most effective ones is something like a candle, a flame or a fire to gaze on. There is just something hypnotic about a candle flame. Remember back when you were a kid and your parents put the candles in the center of the table and you could just stare at it for hours and just stare, just mesmerized by it. It's pretty much the same concept. It gives you something to focus on that doesn't have a whole lot of substance, a whole lot to think about. You're not critically analyzing the flame. It's just something to bring your mind back to when you start thinking about your to-do list or whatever. The fourth one is a mantra or a sound. So this is like the typical, you see the people, that is a mantra. But a mantra can be anything that you want it to be. The most important part of a mantra is that it's meaningful to you. So whether it's saying love or a nonsense word. Some of my favorite mantras are Satnam, which means I am truth, or more literally, truth is my name. Another one is I am that, or that is me, which reinforces sort of that we are all one, we are all connected. Of course, there's Om, or it could be anything, really anything that you find meaningful and not distracting. Lastly, my fifth type of meditation is a movement meditation. Now this can actually be your meditation or a lead up into the meditation as like a breath focus often is. My favorite movement meditation is simply walking in nature. You know, when you walk down the beach and you don't even realize that you're meditating. Everything is quiet. And you've completely lost yourself in the moment and in the surroundings, in the environment. So walking meditation, especially in nature where there's trees and birds and crickets or whatever, that's a great way to do it. Another one is yoga. Oftentimes, yoga leads up into meditation. A lot of yoga classes do end in a meditation. A lot of poses are actually very emotional. A lot of sort of the things you've been avoiding kind of come up. It's like a somatic practice, and it can help because when those things come up when we're sitting to meditate, that can be very difficult. So yes, I've cried in yoga classes before or whatever, because we do store things within our body. Trauma, thoughts, everything, our body holds on to it Link in the description for a book if you're interested in more about that. But our body does tend to hold on to these things. So often doing a movement meditation allows for a lot of our repressed emotions and feelings to come up, and we can release them before sitting and having that kind of really uncomfortable feeling when, you just start ruminating through a meditation. That's not to say that it's wrong to have bad feelings during meditation, because we will do a whole nother video about that, because I've definitely cried through meditations before too. Oh my God, now I just sound like I cry all day. But hopefully some of these things help you. Quick summary, 5 things to do to help if your mind is wandering. You can either focus on your breath, do a guided meditation, find an external focus, try a mantra or even a sound. People like to meditate to waterfalls or, flutes. That sounded weird. I have an indigenous flute playlist that is great for medication. Words. That is great for meditation. And finally, movement, either as a meditation or to try to sort of release some things prior to the meditation or within the meditation. Yoga itself can be a meditation even while you're moving. Those are my 5 tips or tools that you can try if you're just getting too frustrated with that squirrel brain doing its own thing when you are just trying to sit here and om. I hope that was helpful. Hello. Would you like to meditate? Look, no one can see your face. It's just your butt and your tail smacking me. Leave any questions or anything you have below, because I would love to do more follow-ups and more videos on meditation and that kind of thing. Hey, you're hitting my camera with your tail. If you have any other tips or tools that you use when you're having trouble meditating, or you just have any questions about it, leave them in the comments below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I will see you in the next one. Stay wild. Love ya.